Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And I think you can all tell from the thumbnail that we're going to be talking about the little boat that can't. The Glen Sannox, the ferry from hell. The ferry that will carry people across the Styx at this rate. It's only going to have one passenger, isn't it? Chair on. Because it's going to go straight, I think, from the yard into the breaker's yard. From the builder's yard to the breaker's yard. It's that long. It's so overdue. If you cast your mind back, they did say, Scouts on a double dare, we promise, ultimately, this is it. This will be definitely there, 3rd of August. And the 3rd of August came, and the 3rd of August went. Oh no, just a little cock up, just a tiny little thing. Just got to just check something. End of August, 28th of August without fail. Boom. Nope, didn't get there on the 28th of August either. Oh dear. No, we've run into another little problem, but we promise you, just a week or so, just give us a week. Boom, okay. And the 9th of September came, and the 9th of September went, and still no boat. 27th, the 27th of September, they said, without fail, promise, this is it. Absolutely, the 27th of September. They actually had it out on the water for an hour, and then they brought it back into port because all the electrics went fut and gone. There was no electrics. They had to tow it back, get the little tugboat, tow it back. In it went, and they all went round, scratched their heads, looked around, see what the hell's going on this time. They said it's fine. Monday, the 14th of October, we can hand you the keys. You're good to go. And that's come and gone. Yesterday, the keys should have been handed over. And the keys were not handed over. John Pettigrew told MSPs that the new handover date would be needed because they haven't figured out what the power blackout was. Even though they said they've fixed it. They've fixed it, but they don't know what caused it. And they need to have a full investigation because they don't want to hand it over in a situation where it's not seaworthy. I don't think it's ever going to be seaworthy. Now, this complete and utter farce, it's rapidly approaching 8 years late. 8 years. Now, the other day, I actually drove past Ferguson Marine. I saw the Glen Sannox. And I was like, it's never going to sail, is it? It's never going to do its job. Because the SNP said, oh, we've got to be virtuous. Rather than just, hey, here's some money, build us a ferry. We've got to interfere. We've got to change this. We've got to have this. Oh, it can't have a normal engine. It's got to have one of these dual fuel engines which will use liquid gas, which doesn't work. And so actually, its entire life now, it's going to set sail on normal fuel. Which if it had done that in the first place, it would have been working for years, maybe. Certainly wouldn't have been all cock-ups. But it's been confirmed that the Glen Sannox will now have yet another delay. Well, gosh darn it, hands up all those who are completely surprised by that. So they haven't announced when. They said possibly a month. They want to take the entire electrical system apart. Do you know how many miles of cabling there are in this ferry? Something like 37 miles of cabling. And they want to take it all apart at this late stage. Now, they say we're definitely, and this is as good as they're promising. This is how bad it is. This is their promise now. They are definitely going to promise that they will supply a delivery date soon. They've got their word. We've got their word that... Note this. They're not going to deliver it. They're not delivering it soon. But they're definitely going to give you a delivery date soon. No one's defined what soon is. Is soon 2-3 days? Is soon a month from now? And that's only to give you the delivery date. The delivery date itself could be a year away. These people are clowns, aren't they? You know, it's a big boat, I know, but you don't know what's going to come out of it. It's just I don't know anyone who's going to have the confidence to get on that boat. I don't know what route it will do. They will decide. But if that's a route that is involving any kind of long distance and deep water, I don't think people will have the confidence to get on that ferry at all. Shallow water, short routes, and make sure there's plenty of boats on board, lifeboats on board. This is... I'm just looking at a picture of it now. It's just... Honestly, it's a barge of the dead, really, isn't it? As I say, it's a chair on. It's going across. The ferryman. Put your silver pennies in your eyes. He's taking you straight to Hades in this boat. But there's so much need for ferries. They need so many ferries. Why? You'd think they'd learn, but they haven't learnt. They haven't learnt. They're incapable of learning. Quick, keep throwing more money at it, rather than doing what they should have done 7 years ago, which is say, look, are you going to deliver it on time? No. Well, FRO then. We'll take this. You can do what you want. You can go to the wall. We don't care. We'll go to some Turkish yard or some South Korean yard who can actually build a boat in the time frame for the money promised. You can't keep throwing bad money after good. And these ferries are just destined to fail. And you wonder, okay, wonderful. Let's say in a year's time, they finally get the ferry out. It's finally going to go and do some weird route, some triangular route. How many times is it going to fail midway? How many people are going to be stranded on board and they're going to have to send out a tug to pull it back into Ardrossan or something? Disembark everybody, hand them their money back. Sorry, you didn't get to the island, whichever island it'll be. It's I tell you what it is. This whole ferry disaster is really just a metaphor for the SNP, isn't it? Now, I got a quote here. The Scottish Government spokesperson, right, this, said, the Scottish Government continues to work closely with Ferguson Marine and delivery partners, and it is encouraging to see that the sea trials have been a success for the Glen Sannox. The sea trials have been a success. They got a tug out to pull the bloody thing back because it went boom. It failed. If you consider a ship failing so badly, you have to get a tug out as a success, let me tell you, I ain't getting my arse on that boat. Unbelievable. But the plan is, they say it's still going to be available for the winter service. They haven't said which winter. Thanks very much. Bye.